Hey, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to look at 5 piano roll tricks that will really help you out with your productions, and especially if you're making electronic music or doing it on a laptop or something, we use the piano roll a lot, so learning how to use it quickly and easily can make a big difference. So first of all, I just want to make sure that you know that there are some keyboard shortcuts you can use for moving notes around. So you can click on a note and you can press Alt on the keyboard and use the up or down arrows, and you can move the note around just like that, or you can select multiple notes and move them all. And then you can also press Alt plus Shift and use the up or down arrows to move it by a whole octave. So that's really handy to move it by an octave if you want to try a bass part an octave higher or lower and that kind of thing. Okay, so the first actual trick is collapse mode. So this is in a button up here. Not many people know about it. So it just says collapse mode. You click this and then it gets rid of all the notes other than the notes that you're actually using. So this is really handy, and it shows you the note names so you can quickly see what notes you're using. It's especially good if you're doing chord inversions. So you can press collapse and then there's only the notes of the chords there, and then you can say pick, I'll do an actual demonstration of it then. So I've got some chords here, open this up, collapse mode. If I want to invert this, I can just select this and press Command Shift up, and then it will go up an entire octave. And then I might have to do it again so that it actually shows that note. The second tip is having the same note length. So what you can do is, I'll come back into the bass part because bass is probably a good example, and just get out of collapse mode. So what you can do is sometimes you want all the note lengths to be the same, but you weren't able to play it in like that. So what I can do is press Command A to select all the notes, and then hit Option Shift on the keyboard and drag the note length of one of them around, and you can see that they're all becoming exactly the same length. So all you do is select them all, or however many you want to be the same length, press Alt Shift on the keyboard and drag the note length around. Okay, the next tip is using nudge. So you can nudge notes left or right, and this is really handy if you want to kind of change the feel of a part or make it a bit behind the beat or a bit ahead of the beat. So what you can do is you can click on a note and then click Option and use the left or right keys to move it. And you're just moving it by small amounts generally. So I didn't know about this for a long time, but it's kind of better than just dragging it around with the mouse. So you can also change the nudge value, so how much it moves by every time you nudge it over. So you can right click, set nudge value to, for example, I can go, it's automatically on 10 ticks, and I recommend that you use that. But if you wanted to use it for a 16th notes, then you can see how every time I press it, it moves by an entire 16th note. And the fourth tip is the velocity tool. So you can press T on the keyboard and then click on the velocity tool, or just type V on the keyboard, and now you've got the little V by the cursor. And this allows you to just drag up or down on a note. You can see its velocity is changing. That's represented by the color change of the note and also this pop-up window. And you can also change the velocity of all the notes if we select them all and then press, and then we can just drag them up and down, or if we all want them to be the same, we can press Alt Shift, kind of like we did for the note length, and then we can drag them all up or down. Sometimes you might want to try out your song in a different key or something. So here's what it sounds like at the moment. I hope I haven't messed up any notes, hopefully not. Okay, so let's say we want to try it in a different key. I'll show you an easy way to do it. All you have to do, you can select multiple MIDI regions at once. So I'll double click this to open up the piano roll, make it a bit smaller. And then I'll just press Shift on the keyboard and select all of the parts which actually have chords or melody in them. Obviously you don't want to select the drum parts because those are irrelevant of the key. And now all the notes are here. So if I want to try it in a different key, I can just press Command A, and then I can move it all up 3 semitones, and then we can hear it in a new key. So So that's just so you know that if you want to try out your song in a new key, it's really easy to just select multiple MIDI parts at once and move them up or down and experiment, which is great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learnt some useful tips that will help you out with your productions, and make sure you head over to my website musicwithak.com for heaps more cool tips and exclusive content.